Hello and welcome to today's video. On the workbench today we have an AMC325, serial number 1503. Customer sent it in because when it is cool it has no reverse, but after it warms up, after about 10-15 minutes of driving, then reverse works perfectly fine. So we've obviously got some kind of thermally related intermittent problem. Those are typically cold solder joints. Could possibly be a bad chip that has to be warmed up for it to work properly. Don't know. Got to do some troubleshooting to try to figure it out. I've gone ahead and took the undid the little port on the side here and hooked up one of my brand new, well, not brand new, but recently built AMC serial adapters. This converts RS-422 that the drive puts out to RS-232. We're not going to focus. There you go. And yeah, built up a bunch of them. They all worked. Didn't have any problems. 15 for 15. Always good. And actually have them all in a box here. Packed. I just reused the old, the little ESD Ziploc bags that they come in as packaging. But those are all ready to ship, so by the time you watch this video, maybe I'll have them in the store available. But anyways, back to this repair. Enough for the commercial, right? So we go ahead and flip this puppy on, and if we go ahead and put it in forward, we got the motor hooked up here, so we give her a little bit of throttle. Yep, nice and smooth. No problems there. Go ahead and put it in reverse. Give it a little throttle. Yep, that's not good. So we definitely have an issue. So it's definitely reproducible, which is always good. Unreproducible problems are a lot more difficult to fix, but normally we can fix them, not a big deal. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave this up, and because we've got this hooked up, we can go in and look at Monlog. So as you can tell, we're live here, so let me change the throttle here. If we look here, I believe this is the reverse bit right here, and you can see if I flip it, the switch, it definitely sees it. And you can see my slip angle integral here changes as well. So we don't have a problem. We can see the reverse switch. That's not the problem. The problem is our rotor speed. So I'm going to rotate this motor forward by hand. So all I'm doing is spinning it. See, I'm spinning it this direction, right? Clockwise. And if we zoom in here, we'll see the rotor speed's positive. So we're getting about 160 RPM here. So now if I spin the opposite direction, you can see I'm going this way now, counterclockwise, and we zoom in, we are still getting positive RPM. So the motor controller doesn't know, it's trying to spin the motor backwards, and it's still going, it thinks it's going forward, so it doesn't know how to properly sequence the phases, and that's why it's acting really funny. Essentially it's trying to run an open loop, because it actually sees it moving, so it's not running in volts hertz mode. It literally does not know how to handle that. So what we're going to have to do is take it apart. There is out of the encoder circuit, I guess is the speed sensor decoder, or I guess the encoder decoder circuit does just spit out essentially pulses that represent speed and a single line that tells direction. My guess is that we've lost that single line that tells it direction. It's stuck high or stuck low. Don't know the polarity of it. But we do know that if it warms up, so if I were to pump a bunch of current through this thing, and I would suspect that if I spin it reverse after it's warmed up, we would make this go negative. So yeah, that's all we're going to do is we're going to open it up, go ahead, and I did see that there has been a modification here where some of the AMC 325s and 320s behind here, they have 3 flathead screws, and behind this, so you have to pull this the mounting bracket off to get to them. Somebody, possibly the customer, has drilled these out to make it easier. That does make it easier. However, you're no longer waterproof at these locations, right? So the actual adhesive that held this on actually covered up those screw holes, making them waterproof. So, yeah, although this makes it easier to take it apart, it does lose its waterproof. I mean, everywhere else there's a gasket. There's a gasket that runs all the way around here. There's a gasket that runs around and through here. And of course, this keeps it watertight. So that's something to know. There's even, it's this kind of gasket material here. And of course, these little glands, cable glands, have rubber in them to keep it waterproof. So just keep that in mind, that these are no longer waterproof if you modify the drive that way. Anyways, yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.